showtime, bitch.
Ready or not, here I come.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chris Watches and Talks Movies. I'm Chris, and welcome to today's live stream of my fan casting choice for Freddy Krueger. Definitely excited to do this, and I've never been more excited to do anything for Freddy Krueger than to do this stream right now. As I have sort of talked about before, Nightmare on Elm Street is not really my biggest franchise. It's probably my least favorite, like in all the franchises combined. You know, whether that be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, all that type of stuff. So yeah, this one's definitely my least favorite. But I'm a big fan of Dylan O'Brien, and I am excited to talk about this one. But what I will say is I will be showing some clips soon. So hopefully YouTube will let it go, and they're only going to do me for that they find copyright content in the stream. Hopefully they do not pull it down for sure. So yeah, with that said, we'll just say hello to the chat, and then we will sort of get started with what's going on. We do have Kyle from the Horror Report going on here. Kyle, how are you? Good to see you. And we do have Stewie. I didn't even think about Dylan O'Brien. He would be a great Freddy Krueger. 100% agree, and I've actually been pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty boisterous about this casting for years. I will say these clips I am going to show you are from I don't know if people that are watching have seen this before. Teen Wolf, when he played Styles in there is a season in that where he did actually play a villain. And even watching this, like when it was back in the day, I was like, bloody hell, he would make a good Freddy Krueger. And obviously, these clips I am going to show you are from 2014. So just imagine 12 years later, he's obviously got a lot more of a repertoire, and he's acting in that now. So I think he'd really do a very good job as playing Freddy Krueger. And Stewie's just mentioned as well, he was great in the Maze Runner films. 100%, yes, he was. So probably one thing I would like to say is why I would like to have Dylan O'Brien as Freddy Krueger is due to the fact that he actually is the same height as Robert Englund. So you wouldn't have to worry about a height differential there. With obviously with Jackie O'Haley, he was only 5'5". So with Dylan O'Brien and Robert Englund standing at 5'10", it would you definitely wouldn't have to worry about the height there. And I think they are sort of the same sort of build as well. They were both sort of both skinny and yeah, Stewie's also saying he's a great talent. And probably another thing I would probably say about Dylan O'Brien, if obviously he's it's not really, this isn't a horror movie, but if you haven't seen the movie Anniversary, he does play a villain in that as well. And so it just shows you more of his acting chops and of him playing a villain, and I still think he'll do a good job. So before I start showing some of these clips, I will say if YouTube do shut the stream down, I won't be able to come back. But I'm willing to give it a shot so I can do this. So let's get started with clip number one. So the way I've done these clips is I've put them in order to basically start off Dylan O'Brien's character from Teen Wolf, where he basically starts off with the villain. And basically as it gets further on, he's going to obviously he's going to get more villainous as these scenes go on. So with that said, we'll go through scene number one, and we'll start talking about it. And obviously, I want your people that are in the chat. I would like your input as well as we sort of go on to obviously keep the stream going a bit longer than I would like it to go if I was just talking to myself. So let's go with clip number one. I don't want it quite that big though. Go that one. All right. So we'll say in this clip here, not a lot really happens. It's just what he does with his what he does with his eyes and what he does with his sort of neck muscles and that type of stuff. So this is definitely why I would like to have it in. This is one reason why I'd like to have him in my choice as well, because he doesn't really have to say anything. It's just what he does with his body, with his characteristics. So. All right. So, like I said, there's not really a lot in that clip, but I thought that was a good one to start off with. Obviously, the way what he does with his eyes, what he does with his neck. You know, and if you sort of look at the Freddy films, Freddy sort of does like the same thing. He does the whole like with the tilts and that type of stuff. So I think he definitely sort of fits that as well. So before we keep going on with the next clip, Stewie's saying Jackie O'Haley could play him, but he got slammed by people because of the timing of the release. I do 100% agree with what you're saying. I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, but what I'm understanding, though, Jackie O'Haley actually didn't like playing Freddy Krueger, to be honest, from what I understand. And he didn't want to put on the prosthetics makeup, so that's why it was all why he had that CGI face. So I would like it myself, because actually the 2010 Friday Nightmare on Elm Street actually is my favorite. I'm not afraid to admit that. So I think if he did come back and do it again, I would actually like that. But I would like him to cast someone who is actually going to be willing to put on that prosthetics. And for some reason, and one reason I would like to say for Dylan O'Brien for me is he's not a household name, but his name is big enough that I think people would know who he is. He's not going to command a major salary. And like I said, I think he's got the acting chops to actually pull off Freddie Mercury. What do we got? Have you ever seen the music video Nightmare by My Street by Will Smith? No, I haven't. But with that saying that, I will write that down now and I will check that out. So, Nightmare on My Street, Will Smith. I've written that down so I can check that out after this is done. All right, we'll get started. We'll go on to the next clip. And also, like I said, as I'm trying to go through these clips, don't look at it so much as as I'm showing you Teen Wolf clips. Try and just look at Dylan O'Brien's acting and just what you think he could possibly bring to the role, as I do. Because when I sort of watch his back, I try and picture him actually in like a Freddy getup, like I'm sort of wearing now. See, with that back there, like what he does, that just with the eyes, he can just change his personality so quick. You know, at the start he looks so vulnerable, and then all of a sudden he can just change like that. You know, I want a Freddy Krueger that actually will do stuff with like just his, like do the acting like with his body. Don't have like so much of the silly lines. So this party doesn't really have anything to do, but I just thought I would add it just to actually show that, obviously, because he goes back to normal.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, that is clip number 2, and there's actually 12 clips that I've actually got to show. Yeah, so we'll get started with clip number 3 in a minute. But also, as we're going through this and we're talking about Freddy Krueger, let me know in the comments, or if you are watching this on replay, let me know who would be your casting choices as to play Freddy Krueger. It definitely would be interesting to see some other people's choices. Obviously, when the whole Nightmare on Elm Street conversations have been going over the last few years, people have been talking about Kevin Bacon, which I would love to see Kevin Bacon do a Freddy Krueger, but it would definitely have to be a one and done. You definitely want someone who's going to probably at least do a 3-film deal, I believe, for Nightmare on Elm Street to continue. Let's go on with clip 3. And play. See again with the eyes.
You know me. Then you remember that I won't be deterred by your choice of host, even if it's an innocent boy.
Are you threatening us?
Oops. I thought that clip went a little bit longer than what it did, but okay, Stewie's saying Dylan O'Brien has quite the following. I would also throw Colin Ford in there, and even possibly John Carpenter as a cameo like Wes Craven did in Nightmare on Elm Street. Good point you're making. Colin Ford, I've got to check out who that is. The name's familiar, I just can't put a face to it. Okay. Well, he's definitely old enough. He's 29, so you could definitely get a few films out of him. I haven't actually seen. Oh, in the movies that he is coming up, and what I have seen, I haven't seen for a while. So I can't really say I'm too familiar with his work at the moment. All right. Yes, I do remember when Wes Craven was a janitor and then became Freddy. If we're talking about the same clip, he did that. He did that in Scream as well. He was in Scream. He's like, damn little shits. He's like, what'd you call me? He's like, not you, Fred. All right, this is the next clip I'm going to show you, but this one here's got a bit more to it. Obviously, he does what he does with his eyes and stuff, but this he sort of does like the whole Freddy thing with his fingers and stuff on the sword. So let's check that one out. Okay. Definitely not used to using these bloody headphones. My voice sounds so loud in them. Here with there that. Picture that there with the Freddy glove on.
Okay. Please stop. It's okay.
I've even got some clips coming a bit later on where it's Dylan O'Brien is down in like a basement, when he's in like a basement type of thing, and you could actually pretend that is actually like a big boiler room.
Don't look at me. Maybe you should have done your reading, Scott. Seeing it gets in the feeds.
I do see some more people have just dropped in. Let us know what you would think of Dylan O'Brien playing Freddy, or let us know who your fan casting choice would be. I'd definitely love to hear it.
All that pain. You took it all. Now, give it to me.
See that there? I'm trying to picture like the voice, him doing like some sort of Freddy Krueger where he goes, "Oh, give it to me."
You really have to learn, Scott. You really have to learn not to trust the fox. No, because they're tricksters. They'll fool you. They'll fool everyone.
All right, that is the next clip. Yeah, I'm trying to take a little break in between showing these clips, so I was hoping this chat was going to be moving a little bit more. Kyle, you're still in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking so far. All right, I'll continue on with the next clip. I actually forgot which the next clip actually is. Here you got the eye movement.
Styles?
I'll see your comments, Joey. I will answer it in 1 minute. He's saying, would you want to see a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash if Dylan O'Brien were the new Freddy Krueger? I would like to see it. I still would have liked to have seen the original idea, but for some reason we never actually got the original Ash versus Evil, Ash and not Ash versus Evil, Ash and Freddy and Jason movie. I remember they were talking about doing one for a while, but for some reason it never was sort of went forward. I think Robert Englund was not really for it, I believe, because I think he said if we sort of went further on to expand the law and the verses, then it sort of became more stupid. But I think for us fans, I think we personally would have liked it. So yeah, to answer your question, if Dylan O'Brien was sort of cast, or even if anybody was cast as Freddy Krueger and whoever they got to play Jason, and obviously probably Bruce Campbell wouldn't be able to come back and do Ash again, so they would have to recast that again. But I would definitely be down to see those three do sort of like a battle movie for sure. All right, let's move on to the next clip.
Coming in on a Saturday. That's dedication. Where's she hiding them?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
So here now we start to get more into his acting ability, like the way he does his voice.
The daggers. Know what they are? Physical representation of her tails.
No, the way he uses his room to sort of present like dominance.
However the hell that works.
Maybe you'd like to do some reading on it. I could direct you to the section on Japanese myth in the library.
No. No, I'd like to talk to you. The older the tail, the stronger the oni.
See there you got the whole stuff with the
There's
on the
one
table. Whether we could use that with the glove again.
Strongest.
Unfortunately, I don't know what you're referring to.
You'll talk. They always talk.
Okay, Stewie is asking, who's your favorite Jason, and what is your favorite Friday the 13th? I'm going to say Kane Hodder is probably my favorite Jason for sure. I'm actually just about to go through all the Friday the 13th and start from the start again. There are a couple of them I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen 5, 6, and 7. So it's definitely a question you're gonna have to come back and ask me again. But probably one of the Friday the 13th films I do watch the most is obviously I do watch 2009 a lot. So that's probably if I were to answer that question now, it probably would be 2009. Stewie's also saying Teen Wolf was a great TV show. Teen Wolf was a great TV show with my if I were to rank my 3 favorite seasons of that, I'd go season 2, season 1, and this current season I'm watching now, which is all parts of this season I'm watching now, which is season 3, part B. And later on in the year, I am actually going to be watching Teen Wolf as watch parties. Like I'm going to go through the whole entire season again. So that's going to be fun. And I was kind of talking about with someone yesterday. The Teen Wolf movie wasn't bad either. I've never actually seen the Nightmare. Oh, are you talking about the movies? Are you talking about the movie series or the because wasn't there like some other series for it as well, like a TV series or something? I do, but I'm not a big Friday the 13th. I'm not Friday the 13th. I'm not a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. But probably if I were to sort of pick my favorites, if I were to go back to pick my favorites, probably would be Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 3, and like I said earlier, I'm kind of a fan of the remake as well. So I'm probably going to put them in my top 3 as Nightmare on Elm Street films for me personally. All right. I haven't seen it, so I can't give you a comment on that one. All right, let's move on to the next clip. Oops.
You want to handcuff me?
This clip here
If my
definitely
son is still
shows
here,
Dylan O'Brien's acting ability.
If there's still a part of him standing here in front of me, then he'll put these on willingly and he'll come with me. Because he knows I'm here to protect him from himself.
All right, this one's a long clip, so I'm gonna have to pause this one every now and then to try and avoid YouTube taking down the stream. So I will answer your question before I move on. Young Brad Pitt had an early acting role in it. I think I've heard that before. About Brad Pitt being in the TV series. I can't remember who said that though. Someone did say. Definitely would be fun to go back though and see bloody how young Brad Pitt was back then though. All right, continue on with the clip.
Self and from others.
I do see there's a few people watching. Feel free to put your comments in there and let us know like what you would think of Dylan O'Brien to be as Freddy Krueger, or let me know who your sort of casting choice would be if you could cast Freddy Krueger.
You're not my son.
I should have clipped some of this part out. This part here, definitely, I would definitely got great acting chops in this part here for Dylan O'Brien for sure. And as I was sort of saying, as I was watching this sort of season, this is where I first saw one of these cast members. I was like, bloody hell, this guy's going to go places. And unfortunately, I don't think Dylan O'Brien is ever going to meet his acting. Like, it's actually going to meet his full talent, because he obviously, ever since he had that accident in on the Maze Runner set, he's kind of become very picky on what he does. So I don't think he's actually going to make it to a full alias actor, which he probably should be. And where we go? I think you're going to have to take one with the other. I think if you if people really want a new Nightmare on Elm Street, they're really going to have to just get over the voice and just let whoever's going to do it next just do their thing, and hopefully can do some sort of good voice. That's the way it's really going to have to be. You don't want another actor doing it and then they AI over some like AI bloody what's his name's voice over the top. You need the actor to actually put in his full acting ability to do it. So I think that's going to have to be one or the other. You're either going to accept that another actor is going to be Freddy Krueger and then just let him do his acting ability, or you're going to have to take the actor that does it with the possibly the AI slop over the top of it. All right, continue on with this clip.
Arjun, listen to me. Don't do this.
Why not? I've done it before. Werewolves, berserkers. I can easily add an Agitsune to the list.
See again what he does with eyes. He's got the head tilt. The head tilt.
My son.
You said it yourself, Sheriff. That's not your son.
Put it down. Put it down.
He's gonna shoot me. He's gonna kill me, Dad.
Don't listen.
Gun down. Put it down. Now! Do it! Put it down!
Pull the trigger. Come on.
Listen to me! You put the gun down now! Put the gun down! Shoot me! Put the gun down! Shoot me! Arjun, you put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Put it down!
Stop it. This is what he wants. This is exactly what he wants.
Not exactly. I was kind of hoping Scott would be here. But I'm glad you all have your guns out. But you're not here to kill me. Here to protect me.
Again, I have just seen some people have just joined us. I will say what I've said before. I am kind of presenting this as just basically Dylan O'Brien's acting ability for him to play Freddy Krueger. Try and take away the fact that I'm actually showing Teen Wolf clips. So just remove that part, but just watch what Dylan O'Brien does with his body, his acting ability, and obviously we'll continue on from there. I actually don't know. I've never actually watched Stranger Things, so I can't actually give you any opinion on this, which I wish I could. But I believe I have heard that name being used before, so I'm really down for anything. But like I said, I've kind of been strong on Dylan O'Brien playing Freddy Krueger, so this is my opinion. But I think in the end, whoever they cast, I'll be happy just to see a new Nightmare on Elm Street film and see where they go with this. All right, next clip.
Why that kanji? Why self?
See, I like what he does with his voice.
Because Reese wasn't a monster. Not like you.
If I'm such a monster, why'd you call off the Oni?
I see we have 6 people watching. Feel free to leave
For chaos strike.
leave some comments in the chat on who you think would make a good Freddy Krueger.
Everything would happen.
I don't want that anymore.
I do.
Or if you're even excited for a new Nightmare on Elm Street
You
film.
bring this here, thinking you could hide it from me. Bad idea.
What have you done?
Is it this one? Chaos is coming again.
Chaos has come again.
Are you a fan of It Follows? I was a fan. I was a fan of It Follows. I haven't seen it for a long time, so I definitely want to rewatch it again, which I probably will do before the sequel comes. It's probably not my favorite though, but I did enjoy what I remember seeing from it though. What is the name of this? What is the name of the sequel? I forgot what it's called now. You'll probably say it and it will automatically come to me. All right, next clip. So again in this clip, what he does with his eyes, manipulation. He just changes.
Really, Melissa? I shed one tear, that's all it takes.
So even in this, he's not even wearing any prosthetics, but what they've actually done with like his eyes with his makeup and stuff to make him look evil.
When he finds out why his dad really left, you know he overheard it, right? You had no idea. You called Stilinski right after it happened. You didn't tell Scott, but you told the sheriff. And Stiles heard it like he hears everything. But do you want to know why he never told Scott? Because he knew that Scott would never forgive you. He knew how much he would hate you.
This is new stuff.
It is now.
If I could ever meet Dylan O'Brien and like speak to him, I'd love to actually speak to him about this role. Aha, perfect. The next clip that we've got coming up is kind of one that I was mentioning earlier, with where you could sort of pretend that Dylan O'Brien in this is playing Freddy, and he's walking down a big hallway, which you could pretty much call our boiler room. So this is probably a perfect example. So as no one has left any more comments, I will keep going on with the next clip.
Can you hear that? It's louder than usual, isn't it? Well, that's because a lot of bad.
So you just picture this with like him wearing with the whole Freddy get up, where he's got obviously he's got the face on. You can picture this being the boiler room.
One of the voice is telling you.
Especially if they did a scene like in the remake with like Jesse.
He is, you know. He's dying.
Then what do you need me for? You think I can tell you something?
Oh, I know you can.
I'm not telling you anything!
You won't have to. You'll be screaming.
Again, like leading into this, that's probably one of the first perfect clips that you could probably present as Dylan O'Brien being Freddy Krueger. Like I said, you obviously got the underground there. You could pretend that's a boiler room for sure. Which is, oh, I already read that one. My bad. All right, let's move on with the next clip, which is continues on in the obviously the underground area, which you could sort of pretend that it's a closed off point in a sort of a boiler room with all the sort of steam going off behind him.
Are they really spending every minute looking for you? Or are they waiting for nightfall? Focused on some hopeless gesture to pass the time?
What do you want?
More.
More what?
The trickster stories are all about food, Lydia. Coyote, raven, fox. They're all hungry.
This part coming up here at the end of the clip is like perfect. It's like something like Freddy Krueger would actually do.
I'm the same. I just crave something a little different.
And I actually never noticed this part until I had sort of put these clips together the other night.
I eat what you feel. And I'm insatiable.
And where are we up to? I think we've only got about 2 more clips left, I think. Definitely the last one I'm going to show. It's a very short clip, but it's definitely one of the ones that convinced me for sure. Even the other night, this last clip I'm actually going to show you, I actually did try and turn it into like an AI version of him playing Freddy Krueger, but it would only do it be him showing doing the words as Freddy Krueger, that he didn't actually move, unfortunately. So I couldn't actually present that. All right, let's move on with the next clip.
They're here. And I don't need to scream to know that they're going to kill you.
Good. This is exactly why I brought you. I needed to know when they'd be close enough. When my own death was closing in. It's only when they're close can I do this.
Mom.
What is that? What does it mean? It means there's been a change in ownership. Now they belong to me.
All right, that is the end of that clip. I'm just going to pause it for a sec, and then I'll get started with. I will finish off with the last clip. like I said, I kind of hope this chat was going to be moving a bit more, but no one else is really saying anything. So I will show off this last clip, say some last few words, and then I will wrap up this stream. All right.
Divine move. Divine move. You think you have any moves at all? You can kill the Oni, but me? I'm 1,000 years old. You can't kill me!
But we can change you.
What? You forgot about the scroll.
The Shujinda scroll.
Change the host. Can't be a fox and a wolf.
All right. That is all the clips I can show you, and that's obviously my presentation as to, like I said, why I would think Dylan O'Brien would make an perfect Freddy in my opinion. Like I said, let me know your if you are watching this on replay, let me know your opinion in the comment section of the video after this stream is finished. I'd love to hear from them, and obviously I'll get back to you and give you my opinion on any of your choices or your comments on the stream. As always, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Have a great day, have a great night, and I will be live again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Australian Central Time. I've got a double feature tomorrow night of a watch party. I'm doing Hook tomorrow night, and then I'll be doing Robin Williams Jumanji as well. So it's going to be a fun double feature. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, have a great night, and hopefully I'll catch you soon at a next live stream or watch party. Bye, everybody.
It's a joke. Party. Line up, people.